Hey guys, Dark here. I'm bringing you some more Let's Play Liza P. So I do have to mention before we continue that this recording is a post-recording. What happened is I connected my PlayStation controller for this session, and my PC thought that was the microphone, so it recorded my clicking, my clacking, but not my actual microphone. So audio turned out horrible, and now I'm doing a post-recording. So please enjoy.
Oh, God.
It hurts so much. I want to be free. Please.
What do we do? I don't know. I can't make this choice. I think she wants to live, but what will you do? You have to decide. You, not me. Keep her alive, perhaps against her wishes, or give her peace. It's your call.
I love that Gemini has to like break things down to you as if like you couldn't figure that one out.
Thank you. I was trapped for so long. So much torment. So much pain. Take my ergo. I will be with you to the very end.
Yeah, I bet he started stop pounding. My man. Yeah, so I don't know if I was expecting this to be a choice I had to make at the time of recording. I don't really recall what happened, but this was kind of a big revelation that she was controlling time. That explains a lot, because you basically changed every time, well, throughout the game. Your hair has basically...
We did do the right thing, didn't we? I trust you.
What's this we stuff? I made the choice, not you. Back when the choice came up, this guy didn't want any part of it, you know, it's all up to me, but now it's like, oh, we. What's this we? That was all me, man. You didn't help out in that decision making at all. I also have to commend this entire level, the Arche Abbey. Just unlike any other final level, I did try to squeeze as much as I could of it, but it spans like what, 3-4 episodes. I think it's like, yeah, it was a while, and it was not easy. We had to get here first by beating the Brotherhood, and then once we got here we had the Door Guardian. Then you had to climb, face off against numerous enemies, and then of course we fought against Laxasia? I don't know how to say her name. Laxasia? I went back to the hotel just to get this weapon. I'm still out there like trying to collect all the weapons, but it's like I'm only doing it because I want to get the achievement. Now, I did cut out the part where I tested the weapon, but I did like it very much. It's just that I had already adapted to this playstyle at this point by using the giant wrench. That I just, you know, as good as it was, I wouldn't be used to that as a weapon, because I don't think it has a charge, like a rocket kind of boost where you go towards the enemy. So I decided to just stick to this one. I do apologize, by the way, just that for the fact that my reactions to this aren't like live or anything, but it's just that when I plugged in the controller, I totally didn't understand that the devices had switched to my microphone, and it's not like the computer warns you about it either, it just does it. So I only realized when the spikes of my like audio recording were very low that I was like, oh, something's wrong. Like the mic did not record how it was supposed to, and that's when I realized. And the thing is, it's not that you couldn't hear me in the recording, it's just that the controller overpowered the sound of my voice, so it would have been very difficult. I did kind of wish that this there was a variation of enemies in this part of the game, but I guess these are the only high level ones they had. Also hated that post-explosion attack. That being said, I'm making good progress here, just rolling around furniture. I just love that you couldn't do that here. I should have explored that table a little bit more closely, because I feel like there was a message there. Like, why else couldn't you destroy it? I never did beat Lies of P, like, afterwards. Like, I never went back and finished, like, another run to get all the achievements. I should, but I just had my hands full. I do think that out of all the, I guess, soul-like games, this does come the closest to being one, without it being FromSoft, of course. I think they did a really great job, and I don't know. I admire this game, and I also admire the fact that they had the guts to go for the universe play, which I'll talk about towards the end, but like I don't know. I thought that was very courageous thing to do. I don't even know if Dark Souls 1 did that. Then again, I haven't played Dark Souls 1 to the end. Oh, fake gamer. That's, you know, it's gonna happen. It's a matter of time. It's just, I think at this point in my life, it's more just a matter of finding the time rather than whether it gets done or not. It's not even a bigger explosion, but it still hurts you. I think like I'm almost done here, but like every time I go to a new area, I'm like, oh, I'm almost done, and then 2 more enemies show up. I found it funny here that I was shooting ranged shots at them and then they fired back. Okay, so we're moving on here. Really love this outfit, but I still wish we had more variety. I think like a lot of them were kind of like same-ish. I was really hoping that you could get like different types. I don't know. Maybe I'm too picky about that sort of thing, but I'm always like, whenever I see a game and they say like this has a lot of customizable options for your character, I'm like, does it really though? Like, I'll give you an example. For Elden Ring, you have a lot of armor sets, but they never give you the option to like modify them. They even introduce like someone who is a tailor for clothes, and all they end up doing is just removing the capes off clothes, and I found that so like pointless. Like, why not introduce the dyeing of clothes, the modification of clothing and armor sets? I thought that would have been cool. If you had two armor sets, maybe you could merge them together for a certain amount of runes like that. Hey, now we're really talking fashion souls, right? And I feel like the same goes here. And it's not just that, it's just also the modification of your character as well. There's always like, people are always like, oh, well, this time you look like you can create actual people, but it's like, can you really though? Like, can you be any race? Like Elden Ring, you couldn't be, I'm trying to think of, like, I couldn't be a bug person, like one of those bugs. And like, who's to say that you couldn't be an Elden Lord if you were a bug, right? It's just an example, but like, it'd be cool to be different kind of like beings, especially in like fantasy settings. Like if you could be kind of like a giant, that'd be neat, right? Because maybe it's easier for you at the start, but it gets more difficult for you. Like bosses which have like a lot of enemies, they would swamp you. Maybe you can't traverse certain areas because you're so big. I don't know how they pull that off. I guess they'd have to maybe make like a miniature giant. Also, I'm like not even talking about Liza P. I apologize. I cut here to this area because this for me was one of the most heartbreaking areas, because I didn't realize that yes, this is a shortcut, but I didn't take the time to go back home, which is what I should have done. I should have listened to myself and gone back to the hotel, because what I don't realize is the next section right here, we're going to run into a familiar face any second now. And any minute, any second, and a little bit more. Keep going. There they are. And they're going to ask the same thing that their sibling asked for.
I had a feeling you were no ordinary kid, but I never expected to meet you here. It's a trivial matter. Everything is trivial in this part of the business, reward or no reward. The reason for kidnapping someone, or for blocking your path here. But if some audacious behavior helps my brother see again, that's a different story. In all honesty, I don't want to fight. Not you, at any rate. For one, it's a damned hassle. And why should I go out of my way to satisfy an employer who didn't pay me enough? It's not too late. We don't have to fight. Just show me some kindness, and I might change my mind.
I have no fruit to give. I had no golden fruit. You can't back away from this. You have to only select. They didn't give you the option to like just stop talking.
You can't get blood from a stalker. I admit, I started to believe you might really help us. Or try. So, you know, in true stalker fashion,
I thought she just forgot here and just let it go, but then she pulls out her sword, so I start running, trying to think of maybe like de-aggroing her and like maybe going back and getting the fruit, and maybe I could get another shot at the dialogue, but no matter how much I ran here, there's no point. And also the lift wasn't even called up, so now I'm like, oh, please try to survive until the lift is back so I can go back home and attempt to get that fruit. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Like, I didn't even know she was even gonna be there, and then that she would ask me the same question. We don't even have the option to tell her, like, yeah, I'll get it for you. Can you just give me like a second? Like, why would I want to go there without anything, you know? Like, it's definitely a shortcoming, and I definitely felt it, but sometimes you can't help some things, right? Like, here I am, like, trying to go back and trying to do my all. I also thought about, like, just resetting, just stopping right here and just closing the game, but I figured that might not work either, or it might cause issues. So eventually I just gave up and just said, you know what, maybe this is how it's meant to be. Maybe just fight it, get it over with, and you know, leave the rest in yeah, they don't even hesitate to talk again. I thought maybe like you came back here, they would have been de-aggroed and let you talk to them again and maybe say, oh, you know what? Do you have the fruit? Yeah, I do. Here it is.
That's the bastard's way.
But nope, they go straight into battle. Also, not an easy boss fight. The red fox actually was scary to fight. Like, look at the moveset, it's awesome. Like that slash there.
I thought maybe we could be friends.
And then they have this dialogue too, which is heartbreaking. They're like, they don't really want to fight. They're just doing all this because they're trying to like survive, right? Like trying to like look up for her smaller brother. Which, by the way, I spared. Because I had at least one fruit for them. I just forgot. I forgot to get.
I suppose
yeah, it's so awful. That's, I guess, one of my complaints with this game. It's like they don't forgive you. You mess up, like you forget, That's tough. Here I'm just looking through the cells. I do wish I could remember what my reactions were back when I recorded this, but it has been some time. And I've just been sitting on the footage. So that's on me. I also didn't save my audio recording from the time because I was angry, understandably, because all of it had gone to waste.
It saddens me to see my precious son in a place like this. I wanted you to grow up as a good boy in a peaceful world, and yet I think all I've taught you is blood and violence. This will be the last time I ask. I promise. Simon has gone completely mad. He's trying to become a god by using a tremendous amount of ergo. I don't know what kind of world he wants to build. Perhaps there's no stopping him. I trust you, my son, and I'm ready for any outcome. But I don't know what you think of me. Speak truthfully, for my sake. Was I
Again, this is a choice
father to you?
I was not ready for, and I didn't know the consequences of. I got hit with so many unknowns in this episode that I felt like I was
more loneliness than love.
Completely unprepared.
That's my. But remember, there is still plenty of time. Once all this is over, we can become a real family. I promise. I will give it back to you. The happy family we once were.
So anyway, make it here to the top section after talking to Geppetto. I did cut out most of this part. I mean, I do, uncover a couple of secrets, and I do battle a lot of the same enemies that we've seen, so I really don't see the point. I also made here at the top, after I defeat this enemy, I get absolutely mesmerized by the view, because there's not a lot of games that let you see your entire path here. Like, I can look out here and see where I started from, where the submarine left me off, and then up until the entire climb and the previous boss fight. And I'm also like looking below and seeing maybe I can make that, maybe I can jump down. I do see a shortcut here, so that was good. But yeah, I can't stop thinking about, like, maybe I can drop down and get more items down there, and eventually the thoughts win, right? And I cut it out, but I go for it. I don't know at what point. I think it's around here.
Someone walked across my grave. I sense ergo everywhere. I mean, this place is saturated with it. Like what you'd expect from a mountain of dead puppets.
What does that even mean? Is that really necessary? Commentary from Gemini? Yeah, I think this is where I jump off. But or here, but I cut it out because I didn't want to... Like, doesn't that look like you just land there and just walk? Yeah, but I cut it out because I didn't want to waste time. Don't jump off. Don't be silly like me. There's also some item along the Arche Abbey that it's in like a very difficult spot to reach that you can only reach from jumping down, and that was also something that I did not want to attempt. I don't know if I showed it in one of these episodes. I think maybe climbing Arche Abbey episode, but I wouldn't entertain that idea because I bet it's not even that good of an item, so why even bother? Also, this is a tough enemy. Not only is he one of the enemies you fight before Victor, but this time they also gave him an element so that whenever you run into the gas, you get basically insta-death. It took me, I think, like 2 tries to overcome. Like, this was my 3rd try. Yeah, not a fun enemy to fight. So that was also cut out because, again, it takes a lot of time. This entire, like, from just this episode was about 3 hours. So, you know, I had to, like, shorten it down to just 1 hour so it's easily consumable. Like, you really don't need to see me jump off foolishly to see if there's, you know, anything below when there isn't, and then watch me climb back up. There's no point. Again, I get mesmerized by the view here because I can't believe it. I don't know why. But we're almost at the end here. There's just still enemies left. I'm still looking if there's any secrets. I think that's part of, like, I don't know if it was soul games that made me like this, but like I'm always looking for secrets. When I miss one, I get very like upset because I'm like, oh man, I even thought about doing that, but I didn't. So whenever you see me pause and just look, I'm either A, admiring like the scenery, or B, I'm thinking if something might be a secret. I cut out reading the book because I didn't find it. It was very very useful information for what's about to go down. Again, a lot of edits just to spare you guys the long 3-hour journey that this took me. I feel like there's also like a part of YouTube that enjoys uncut videos, whether that be like playthroughs and stuff, but I just, you know what, I don't feel like I have that many people in my audience, and I just wanted to make it easier to upload and yeah, enjoy this boss fight.
This is Ergo. Is it not magnificent? Distilled immortality and a key that opens a world with no lies. A key that unlocks true evolution. Give thanks. Ergo is a gift from me, Simon Manus, who will transgress even God. Bow down to your God, who will be born now! Show me everything you have, Puppet of Geppetto.
So this is a cool fight. I don't remember what I was thinking during this fight, I'll be honest. I also don't remember what that cube does. I think it makes the Spectre tougher to kill, maybe? It raises their defense? I'm not too sure. I think I'm doing okay, but I still have 8 healing. And the enemy here is almost like they're halfway done their health bar. Okay, I'm not sure why I hesitated there for a second. And here's the second phase.
This is evolution. Behold, as I discard this fragile body. Witness me as I grasp the power of a true God.
This was kind of trippy. These hands just came out of nowhere. And this whole scene here, very reminiscent of that one painting where it's like the painting of like God and I think Adam. They're like reaching and they're just touching fingers. I think that's what it's supposed to be. I'm still doing okay. I'm like 5 health. 5 charges. 5, I forget what they're called. 5 flasks. And it's like almost halfway done. So it's not bad. And my Spectre is still alive. Oh, that attack was nuts. I remember that being something I was like, how do you even avoid that? Because that just, if you saw the shockwave, it just sent me flying, and it killed my Spectre too. But luckily I got this here. So that brings it down to, I don't know, 40%, and I still have 3 more. It is very scary, but at the same time, I'm not doing too bad. You have to block carefully. Oh, that was the crazy attack again. Down to just one one healing. I think I run out and then I made charges back up through attacks, but I don't remember. Oh, another laser beam, I think. Yep. I don't know if he's gonna avoid that one. Already down to the wire here. Shoot the rocket. And luckily that did it. So first try for this one.
So, it comes to this. The Blue Fairy, Sophia, decides the winner. Truly, I envy you. The puppet, my Sophia, keeps turning back time to save. Is it her sense of duty, or her contempt for me? Or does she truly care for you? I gave up predicting Sophia's actions long ago. But I'd like to hear your thoughts. Sophia, what have you done to her? Sophia. What have you done to her? Yes, I suppose that was her wish. Sophia was always wise beyond her years. Knowing the truth of people's minds is a curse. I would not have been able to bear it if it weren't for Sophia. Her pure heart was a tonic for my pain. That's why I wanted her. I did. But I couldn't have her in the end. So I tried to use this power to hold her. Even if these hands never could. It's fine if I'm gone. But be warned. Watch out for Geppetto.
That chilling warning before he disappears. I remember thinking, I'm like, what does he mean? I am Geppetto's puppet.
Now him, he really scared me. A human becoming a god? terrifying. But a puppet becoming a human, now you have my attention. Suit yourself, but it sounds fun to me. I wonder, what'll happen now? I sure don't know. But I do know one thing. You're stuck with me, and I'm stuck with you, pal. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Spoiler alert, Gemini never learned to shut up. And will continue ruining moments for as long as this Let's Play continues.
Huh? That's...
I knew you could do it. We have all the ingredients we need. I dreamed of this day for so long. The moment you'd come back to life, you can be human again. By using that vast supply of ergo and the arm of God, I just need the final ingredient. The one that holds your memories and your lifespan. Your heart. If you give me your heart, all these trials and tribulations will be over. You have been a brilliant and a good boy. As your reward, I shall turn you into a real boy. Give me your heart, son. Give me your heart, son. I believed you were a good boy. But you insist on breaking my heart. Well, I suppose Carlo was mischievous. It seems you inherited his personality instead of his memories. But a father always looks after his children. Even naughty ones that must be punished, like you. In my own way, I grew to love you. After all, you're the puppet who would bring my son back to life. I'm disappointed in you. I didn't mean for this to happen. I believed you were a good boy. If you refuse, then I'll have to retrieve it myself. My son. You can become a real human. Come to me.
So I don't really understand how this works out. First of all, I didn't even expect Geppetto to be one of those organ donor parents.
I never found you.
You know, you do hear horror stories about them,
Because of Carlos,
but they do exist. And then on top of that, I didn't really expect the box beside him to be like his weapon. I thought that maybe he didn't go willingly with them, but the more I think about it, it feels like he did go willingly. He wasn't kidnapped at all. Like, how else was he allowed to bring something?
Your freedom is not for you.
And he was just waiting here? So what, was he in cahoots with Simon? Like, I don't understand this part. Like, why was he here? I guess we freed him, but then how did he end up here? Because I didn't find any other path besides the one, you know, the lift that was... that Manus was on, so... Also, I will say here, I did cut a lot of this fight out. I believe it took me about 10 or so tries to defeat this boss. But for the sake of time,
After I lost you,
I cut out a lot of them. Especially attempts that weren't even close to defeating the boss. I find this funny because it's meant to be against someone that uses a sword. Because how else would I have sliced off the top of his head with a wrench? That doesn't even make sense.
how dare you? You're just a puppet. Nothing more.
Nameless Puppet is definitely a tough boss, but are they tougher than Lexasia or Lexasia? I don't know how to say it. I don't know. I can't tell you. I will say though, I didn't have the option to summon a specter for this fight, so I was fighting alone. Whereas the other battle, I could at least de-aggro the opponent at times. Here there wasn't that option, so I basically had to like these combo attacks where you just get wiped out immediately. Oh. Had a little bit of lag there, so I didn't really see what was going on. So, yep. It does this trail attacks too. And then I whiff a lot as well, so you know, that doesn't help. And at this point I've run out of healing from the first phase, so that's not good either. I think one of these attempts got really close, but I just couldn't finish them off. I'm trying here, I'm trying my best to get my healing back. And then let's accomplish it again. Nope. He healed him.
So long.
But of course, yeah, he breaks through.
Carla.
This one was this one? That one does like half your health. I forgot. God. Yeah, I think this might be the close one. I just need like one healing flask. He was almost done. This one was good. I had at least 4 healing spots. Or healing canisters.
The next evolution of our maker will prove not allowed.
Look at this. He's cooked. All I gotta do is finish him off. Look at that. Less than what is that? 20%? 15%? 10%?
Of course.
Look at that attack. I just have to hit him. I just got him.
So long.
And I'm done.
How dare you? You're just a puppet. Nothing more.
Okay, so there I used the thing that makes it so that whenever you block, it's a perfect counter. I don't know what the thing is. I think it's like one of those things where you spin it on your weapon. One is for repairs and the other one is to do this. And it doesn't last long. I feel like it only lasts like 15 seconds. But during that time, it's good. Like you're not going to suffer any unblocked damage. See, it's already gone now, but yeah, I think it served its purpose. Plus, I have like 6 healing at this point, so that's good. I hate that attack.
You're someone that is
Oh. Look at this. I still have 6 slots, so that's good. That was also good.
maybe this is what we are doing.
Dodge? Yes. Okay.
God.
Still shooting rockets at it. You get like a minimum damage. I don't really care. That attack sucks too. Oh. I'm out of rocket. It's attacked. Oh my god, I didn't even realize I was out of rocket. This is so close. Attack, attack, attack. Attack. Oh my god. Any one of these attacks can take me out. Bro. Oh, that was close.
Were you going to destroy Carlos' heart?
Sorry. Son.
It's so good to see you.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the statues in the game. Okay, so credits. So I'm gonna use this opportunity to talk about the game. What can I say? I mean, if you like Soul-like games, I highly recommend checking this out. I think it's worth it. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Even if you saw my playthrough of the game, there's still 3 other endings that I haven't covered. So maybe you want to make different choices. Maybe you want to see, you know, if you can defeat the enemies on your own, the bosses on your own without specters. It's up to you. There's so many different options for this. It was such a great game, honestly. I had a lot of fun with it. And I look forward to seeing what the future holds for this franchise. There's a cutscene here coming up at the end, which caught me off guard and gave me so much more hope for it. It is something that I would like to see more of, you know. I'd like to see more games try to tackle the Souls genre, but also the idea of like being more open world, more exploration. This one was a lot more, it was classical Dark Souls, like you gotta go to this destination, then you gotta go to this one, this is the second chapter, this is the next one. It's not like Elden Ring where it just lets you go wherever. So if you can combine the exploration with this, that'd be great. I think the order of some bosses should have changed. Like some were way more difficult than others. I found the swamp monster like insanely difficult. Anyway, here's the cutscene.
I have a final report on the Krot experiment.
You certainly took your time, Paracelsus. Your findings?
I think we have a new brother. A new type of humanity, so to speak.
There are many forms of eternal life.
It's intriguing, and worth further observation.
Noted. And we'll have to get his arm back anyway.
I'm counting on it. Expect another report at the next meeting. Paracelsus returning. Ah, and when I return, I will find her. For sure. Another key of ours. Dorothy.
There you go. That Wizard of Oz sequel teaser. So unheard of. Unheard of. That they would, you know, bank that this would be amazing and then tease that as a sequel. Because I can't even imagine what that would look like. I did go back here just to play the piano and give out my closing thoughts, and also get the last weapon to get the achievements. But please, you know, if you did enjoy this video, this series, be sure to please check out Lies of P. I think they took a genre like, you know, the Soulsborne, and they made it their own, and they did it successfully. Not anyone can accomplish this. They've tried. And it was entertaining to watch and play this fresh take on the whole Pinocchio story. I enjoyed it from start to finish. And I can't wait to see the sequels that it spawns. And yeah, this is gonna be the end for this whole video. I'm gonna wrap it up after this conversation.
Oh, did I scare you? It's me, Hugo. This whole thing has inspired me. I'm going to try to be the Aladoro of a new generation. I will also keep looking for the relic's true owner. Check in with me anytime. A great weapon calls for a great... Sorry, no, pronouncements aren't my thing. As always, prove that you're worthy.
And as always, if you guys enjoyed this series and this episode, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't, and as always, I shall catch you on the next Let's Play. Take care for now, and see ya.